Welcome to I've Had Worse. Don't know why I did that then, but welcome. Trying a Yorkshire beer from the Black Sheep Brewery, and this is their Black Sheep Ale. Never had this before. So at the back of the bottle, it says a well-rounded premium amber ale. Well, people do bandy the word premium around, so not too much store in that. British hops and complex malts. Dried fruits and a touch of caramel strike the palate, leading to a rich, bittersweet finish. Okay. Independent brewery of Marsham in Yorkshire, using fresh Dale's water. Now, water, being the main ingredient in beer, does play a part, and I'm beginning to think that's why when sort of macro breweries take over an ale and sort of move it, so they've bought the rights to, I don't know, for example, Newcastle Brown, and then they move the production. I'm convinced that it's the water that lets it down. You might have the recipe, a million gallons of water and a million grain and hops and all this malarkey. But it's the water that adds the distinctive character to beers, in my opinion. Knowing nothing about water and very little about beer. But, that's what I think. If you know different or better, please educate me. Drop it in the comments. But I'm convinced that that's what gives beer its distinctive taste. And that's why, if you want a really good beer, get it from a local brewery that's been brewing it, or been one beer I've had. I've done one review and I'm fuddling my lines and probably rambling. But support proper local breweries. Anyway, moving along. Black Sheep Ale. So we've got amber to chestnut. I think this is more chestnut. Little light carbonation. Creamy head. Sticking around but dissipating, sticking to the glass, bit of lace in there. Okay, white pepper, straight away, that sort of refreshing sort of little bit of malt there. But for me, that overwhelming sort of white pepper, fresh. Okay, let's dive in. Cheers. That's a really interesting bitterness. So there's a little bit of smoke there. A little bit of smokiness, I think. It is for me. Everybody's palate's different. Some people will taste one, you really, a beer reviewer can only give you a recommendation, sort of point you in the right direction, and then you've really got to try it yourself. Someone did try to tell me that WKD Blue was a really good drink, and perhaps my criticism was a little bit harsh. I'll put a link to that review. I'm saying nothing. That's a lovely biscuity malt for me, a little bit smoky. They say, just rechecking again, dried fruits with a touch of caramel. I'm not getting either of those things, but what I am getting is a lovely sort of biscuity maltness. That sort of smoky taste I thought I was getting has mellowed now. Not so much of that. Just the right amount of carbonation to sort of push it around the mouth as well. There is a little bit of caramel, but not much. Okay. Well, just admiring the clarity of that. Look at that. I was banging on earlier about how craft beers, I think they set up these craft breweries and think, do we need a filter? No. Do we need to let it stand and the sedimentation drop out? No, just chuck it on because that adds flavour. Look at that. Crystal clear. Bags of flavour. This is brewing. Wow, this is good.
What percentage is that one?
Thank you, Madam Director. Actually, I was just going to get in. So there's a little bit of that ester, sort of small bit of banana-y on the back end, but not banana, the sort of esters that you get there, the sort of complex flavour notes. This is a 4.4 by volume, stonking 500ml bottle. Wow. Okay, this is a bloody good beer. I think I picked this one up in Morrison's. And I think we got them in a deal, one of their sort of, was it 3 for...
4 for 6.
Four beers for £6, which is not bad. This is not bad at all. So this one should be readily available and I can recommend it. This is a really good beer. Yeah, there's some sort of complex flavours going on the back end there. I'm going to have to sit and contemplate this one. Excellent. Be good to yourselves. Cheers.